In 2018, the Treaty of Denver created the Native American nations and ended the war between the old USA and the Amerindian population. As one of the concessions of the war, Denver was created as the Front Range Free Zone, a place where citizens of the Ute, Sioux, Aztlan, Pueblo Corporate Council, and United States of America could freely intermingle. Citizens of the FRFC were immune to taxation by any of these nations. Instead, they were governed by the Council of Denver. Each of the 5 signatory nations had the right to appoint 1 council member. That worked about as well as you might expect. The only thing the council could universally agree on was to tax the hell out of the city's inhabitants. The Ute, Sioux, and PCC councilors quickly formed a voting bloc, which enabled them to control most decisions in the city. Things continued to deteriorate until 2023, when the United Canadian American States decided it had enough. They sketched out a sector of the city and built a wall around it. The other 4 signatories promptly took similar actions. In 2034, the Confederate American states seceded from the UCAS. To accommodate this split, the UCAS sector was split into 2 parts. The CAS was given a voting spot on the council, but because votes needed to be won by a simple majority, and there were now 6 council members, there was suddenly a large problem with tie votes. In December of 2061, Ghostwalker came back to Denver. He claimed the city as his lair, annihilating the Aztlan sector and kicking the survivors out. This event, rather neatly, returned the council to an odd number of voters, and resolved the problem of ties. However, Ghostwalker also announced that the council ruled only with his permission. He had the council create the Zone Defense Force. The ZDF is a military group created out of an equal number of troops from the 5 remaining treaty nations. The ZDF answers directly to Ghostwalker and has authority in all sectors of Denver. In 2067, the Ute Nation was absorbed by the Pueblo Corporate Council. When this happened, the Ute lost their seat on the council, and that sector came under PCC rule. This left the Council of Denver representatives at 4 members. Therefore, all council meetings now include Ghostwalker's representative, an orc shaman named Nicholas Whitebeard. Hello, and welcome back to Shadowrun, Universe 1, Session 1.
Hi! You have reached Side B.
Getting used to life in the City of Shadows hasn't been an easy process. As if the interplay of factions in the Shadow community weren't tricky enough, the addition of 4 different countries and a bloody great dragon have kept you on the edge of your seat. There's also the matter of adjusting to the thin air up here. It's made transitioning into the Shadowrunner life a little rocky, but things are starting to settle down. They've secured a place. Denver. Yes, some of you are from Denver. But some of you have just secured a place and are putting out feelers for your line of work. This afternoon, one such feeler has started to pay off. And that is when Ro gets a call from her fixer, Beef.
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 Love that name.
Hey, Ro. Got a job for you.
Finally, what's up?
Johnson wants to meet you 4:30 at Denim nightclub in PCC.
All right. Just here.
Bring your team. Said he was looking for shiny new faces who will act as neutral parties.
Well, I can see who I can pull together.
All right. Love your work, doll.
Thanks.
He hangs up.
Man, I'm hardly anything shiny and new.
Well, she picks... Should I say why she picks people?
Well, if you're going to a club in PCC, it wouldn't be an outside shot that you'd end up where I live.
A huge number of us are actually in the Pueblo area, so it makes sense.
Ro drives down there.
Bark. Bark, bark.
No, be more excited about barking.
Bark?
No!
I don't think I'm getting this.
We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll watch stuff online or something about dogs.
Either way, someone is in the drive.
Who?
It appears to be Ro.
Oh, well, okay. We'll let her in. Are you sure it's Ro?
Ro's car is a hot red sports vehicle that looks really, really expensive and probably really, really out of place.
Ren kind of like looks out the window and like is kind of impressed by it. It's a nice car.
Also, I'm assuming this is the first time we're actually meeting in person.
Question mark? Probably.
I'm gonna say yes.
We've run into each other at least once before.
I'm gonna say no.
They probably met
fine.
up online through ShadowRun, Instant Messenger, somethingawful.com.
Oh goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Can we make that canon, please?
Fucking 2,000 Ragged 8s, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
So, and goes and meets you at the door. Hey, how you doing? Come on in.
Hi, nice to finally meet you.
Good afternoon.
Walks in. Then she looks at the dog. She's like, oh wow,
Yes.
you're actually a dog.
Yeah, it was a little strange when I picked up the invoice from my apartment. It's like, I'm a dog, and that's a dog.
I am doing my best.
I saw you on the Shadow Den. I thought that was just an avatar you picked or something, but wow.
Yeah, I know.
It was difficult to select a beagle in this case. It does not match my chassis very well.
But I can promise you, he's kind of harmless. Sort of.
Well, you do not appear to be a go-ganger, so I assume I am not supposed to shoot you.
I mean, he's great for keeping out the, the robbers and everything.
Well, I suppose that works. Anyway, shall we go?
But where are we going?
I thought I gave you the memo.
Oh, that memo.
Yeah.
Let me go grab my stuff. I'll meet you guys out the car.
I am already packed.
Yeah, you're a dog. I mean, where'd I put my medical kit? She kind of just runs off towards the room trying to collect all her shit. Clearly, she's not prepared.
That's actually a good point. What equipment are you bringing with you to the meeting?
She's probably bringing her usual medical supplies.
Okay.
Let's see, what else does she have? Let's see, her medical supplies, obviously. And probably her smoke and flash blanks. And that's about it. Oh, and one of her fake sins.
Gotcha.
If there's any issue with anything that Quan would be carrying, it's the fact that he is a death robot. So it might require him to be outside if they're not allowing weapons in because he classifies as a weapon.
Yeah.
Does it unlikely assume she brings her, what's it called, the comlink?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's your cell phone.
Yeah, so her comlink, her medical supplies, her biometer, and her grenades and patches and everything else.
Okay.
So everything.
No, she has a forensic kit.
Anything that Ro is leaving behind?
Let me look through my stuff.
And clearly it's not keeping your shit together very well.
Can I summon common sense?
You use your common sense quality?
Can I? Like, is there anything I should leave behind?
You're going to be meeting with a dangerous criminal overlord, perhaps? At the same time, it's in a public place.
Quan, have you seen my patches?
Okay. So she just takes one of her fake sins with her then.
Okay. Are you leaving your gun at home or in the car or?
It's something I can carry in my person or on my person, I suppose.
Okay.
Ren kind of like stumbles out of the room with her lab coat on, her little messenger bag all ready to go.
Quan attempts to take the front seat.
Ren sits in the back, wondering why the dog is sitting in the front.
Driving off to pick up the next person then?
Believe so.
As they start rolling down the road, he pushes the button to open the window and sticks his head out.
So, who does Ro go to pick up next?
Oh, she's just straight up. Okay.
Well, let's pose the question this way, Coffee Freak. Are they actually meeting at my workplace?
Up to them.
Because, I mean, that would be a reasonable assumption that dude would want to meet at my workplace. It fits the description.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early in the afternoon at this point, probably, as you're driving around.
My work/live place.
She'll pick up the troll next.
Alright, you drive your hot red sports car down to what appears to be a brothel.
Yeah.
You almost instantly recognize Bones.
The giant troll standing inside.
Is this what I'm thinking of? What is this place? This
Don't
what
worry
it
about
is. Okay.
She waves over. She waves over Bones with a smile on her face.
Ren is hideously unprepared for dealing with Shadowrunner types.
Sally! I'll be back later. Yelling that to the fucking owner.
Okay.
Come outside. What do you want?
Did you get the message?
Message? I get a lot of messages. What message? Think a troll can't have friends, you fucking racist?
She pauses and the message about the job.
I have a job.
The other job.
Oh, that's what you... Okay.
Yeah, that job.
Let's go. Yeah. How the fuck am I supposed to fit in this damn thing?
Got the back seat for you.
The entire back seat.
Yeah, I have to sit in the back. Make the trolls sit in the back,
Cool kid sit in the back.
Fucking racist.
I'm in the back. She kind of waves.
I get in the car in a rump.
The car's suspension somehow manages to support you. It's alright.
And she drives off to presumably whatever those characters' names is place.
Aborigine.
Jean.
Your name is Jean now.
Okay.
She drives off the Jean.
Is there any equipment of yours that you're going to leave behind?
I don't have a whole lot of equipment, so I'm just going to bring it all with me.
Okay. Actually, I should ask the same question to you, Jay.
I'm only... I'm assuming everything but the, actually... Yeah, let me look at my gear real quick. I'll have my, let's see, I'll have the MAD scanner. Well, no, the MAD scanner's built in, so obviously I have to have the license. Shit. Yeah. I'll have my containment manacles with license, of course, and the auto picker with its license. And, of course, my goggles and combi.
As Gene is waiting on the street corner, he looks at an alley and sees that it's just so dirty. There's a dumpster that's overflowing, and he kind of reels a bit back.
Is there like a cat in there too?
He doesn't even want to check. He doesn't want anything to do with that.
And that's when a red sports car drives up to Aborigine spot. There's a comically large troll in the back seat with giant bone spikes protruding against the sides of the car.
Yeah, I've definitely ruined the upholstery.
There seems to be a slightly crushed and frightened individual underneath the troll, and a robotic dog in the front seat.
Oh, afraid of trolls, huh? Fucking racist.
Good afternoon.
You're just like
Gene
poking
raises
me.
his eyebrows in surprise.
Uh-huh.
You coming?
I'm coming. I'll be right over there. He goes over and tries to look for a spot in the back where he can sit.
Trying to say I'm fat, huh?
Probably not comfortably or legally.
How did you get those bone spikes?
Mr. Troll, is there any way I can fit in here?
Trying to say I'm fat, you fucking racist?
Your muscle is just so much greater than mine.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Bones. We're all friends here.
Yeah, I don't know you.
The only thing I can think of is, can I sit on one of your legs?
Yeah, sure.
Gene, uncomfortably climbs into the car and then sits down on the right leg of Bones.
This is the world's most awkward drive.
And what do you want for Christmas, little boy?
He just starts going through his mind how he would brace himself if the car has to stop suddenly, and all he can think of is just grabbing Bones.
You die. I'm made of bone spikes. Come on, you die.
And that's how Tomo's character died 5 minutes into the
That's
session.
how everybody's character died.
Your trip into the Edgewater neighborhood is a fairly quiet one. The neighborhood's mostly residential, so you drive through a few quiet streets, away from the lights and noise of the casino at Lakeside Amusement Park. Coming to West 26th, you spot the neon sign of Denim, and make your way into the parking lot. This early in the day, the parking lot is fairly empty, and the tribal beats that reverberate when you open the door are turned down from eardrum shattering to merely loud. Inside you see a few wage slaves seated around the bar, trying to relax after a day's grind. The bartender, a tired and worn-looking, middle-aged human woman dressed in traditional Hopi garb, gives you a glare as you walk in.
Gene makes sure he's the last one going in, and while Bones' back is turned, he starts wiping off the back of his legs.
Ren is kind of like checking out the area.
I just walk in like I own the fucking place, because I don't give a shit.
Oh, you look around. The bar's synthetic dark wood paneling on the walls, and they're covered in Hopi artwork and memorabilia. There's a small stage and dance floor set off to one side of the bar.
Being the security man I am, I want to size up the place.
Also, Ro takes the driving chip or whatever it is from her car and puts it into lockdown, as is usual.
Okay.
Gene starts to look at the hygienic outlook of everything. How clean is everything?
Fairly clean, considering. It doesn't look like there's much chance for dirtiness to get in here this early in the day. It's not normal operating hours.
Quan is more concerned with checking electronic security and basically the clientele.
Sure, the clientele looks like normal salarymen. Nobody really of interest.
Ren kind of looks over at the party and see how they look right now, health-wise.
They all appear to be fine.
I'm guessing from the fact that you didn't even mention electronic security that this place uses more unusual methods.
There's your standard setup of security cameras. There's the bartender who seems to be watching everything, particularly you guys.
Gene silently tries to scoff at how low the security is to his standards.
Actually, do I need to roll anything to sense magic?
Yes, a sensing.
I don't think I have that.
Ro looks over at Ren, then looks away.
She kind of stares back and blinks. She seems okay. She's just trying to figure out something. I mean, it looks like a normal bar.
Quan offers a smiley face to the bartender, knowing it probably isn't going to do much.
The bartender just silently watches you.
I just realized, do we have a face with us?
I am the face. She's looking around for the contact.
Wait, the bartender is eyeing us?
Yes.
I'm staring him down.
Her.
Her. Okay, yeah. She's getting... Damn it. But yeah, I'm staring her down.
Okay.
Gene watches the two of them staring at each other.
Are you alright?
Why are they staring?
Gene leans over and whispers to her, I think it's a troll thing.
Ren starts to time it on her comm link.
Is our contact here?
You don't see anyone who appears to be a Johnson up here.
It's been like a full minute now.
Gene goes over to Ro and asks, do you know the name of this person we're supposed to meet with? Can you ask about them?
Yeah, they're named Johnson.
So that's not quite accurate, but no, I don't.
You mean he's not named
No.
Johnson?
That's
But then why did he call him Johnson?
why is a mechanic called a mechanic?
That's complicated.
For those of you with common sense in the shadows, Mr. Johnson is a pseudonym used by people who employ Shadowrunners to keep anonymity.
I know what Ren probably doesn't.
Okay. This is Ren's first outing.
Yeah, similarly, while Quan is rather out of touch with a lot of things, he's tried to be in touch with the Shadow community and also might know why Johnson is Johnson.
A family company.
So, what do you all do?
Are there stairs upwards to maybe a higher level?
There appears to be a few back rooms around here.
Okay. Also, are we on time?
Yes.
Okay. Then she goes up to the bartender, breaking the staring contest she's apparently having with Bones, and asks, "We're here for a certain gentleman."
Before you can ask,
Okay.
she says, "What are you having?"
Gene walks over and holds up a finger and says, I'll have one of whatever you have on tap.
Rum, now.
She provides the rum for Bones and picks a random tap of what they got and slides it over to Aborigine.
Can I have water? She kind of smiles it.
Jean inspects the glass to see how clean it is. He smiles warmly and lifts it up and nods towards her and starts drinking.
All right. She pauses a little bit and then grabs some water for Ren.
She drinks it.
Jean looks over his shoulder and starts scanning the place to see if anybody's paying any particular interest to the group.
The other people are in booths or at tables dealing with their own stuff. Occasionally they might look over, but know better to not stare.
Man, we gotta figure out who it is somehow, or if they're even here.
Quan knocks on the bar. I'll have 1 shot of Grey Goose vodka and 5 napkins.
She provides it for you.
He proceeds to use it to clean the treads on the bottoms of his feet.
You okay?
Wait, 5. He has 4 paws.
Tail, duh.
Oh.
Which is what he's actually using in order to be able to clean them in the first place.
Ro just orders something expensive.
Alright. After you've all ordered your drinks, she points you over to the back room and says, he's waiting for you.
Thank you. She takes her drink and starts walking over that way, seeing if everyone else is following her.
She follows closely behind, but she leaves her water behind by mistake.
Quan's glass is already empty, so it's just left to be cleaned.
Okay.
Jean follows behind everyone too, but he's making sure that if anybody looks threatening to him, he puts somebody between him and them.
I'm staying at the bar.
Okay. You just gonna stay there?
Yeah, I get another drink.
Alright.
Bones, you coming?
Tell me when you find him.
We're finding him right now.
Yeah, but you haven't found him.
Jean just speaks softly, saying, I wonder if he'll pay for our drinks.
Don't worry about it.
Alright. So the 4 of you head to the back room, then, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. It's set up like a medicine lodge. The floor is covered in what appear to be authentic skins. There's several cushions that surround a fire pit in the center of the room, where there's a small fire pit that is burning. The atmosphere is aromatic and smoky. There's a metal chimney above that seems to be pulling most of the smoke out of the room.
Jean looks around to see who's in the room, if he can see anyone.
Indeed, directly across from the... What's that word? Brazier?
Brazier.
Could never... Brazier?
Brazier?
It's Brazier.
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 Yeah, Brazier.
It's a brazier.
Brazier?
A brazier is something different.
See, that's why I asked.
I'm drinking. You can't expect me to get words right.
Brazier is something that both Ro and Ren wear.
And maybe Bones.
Racist.
No.
Brazier, then. Directly
Brazier.
across... Brazier, yes. This is gonna... Okay, we're good? Good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I of course am drinking. Literally.
Directly across from the door behind the brazier is a man dressed in a gray business suit, but wearing a traditional Hopi mask. It's emblazoned with a stylized raven. He sits. He gestures for you to take a seat.
She takes the seat.
Jean slowly goes over, and as he's doing it, he tries to hide the fact that he is scanning the ground to see which is the least dirty area to sit at.
She takes off her bag and takes the seat and puts it back in her lap.
Ro looks at Quan. Can you go get Bones, please? Tell him we found him.
As you wish. Quan goes back, looks at the troll, and says, he's here. He should come.
Alright, fine. About damn time anyway. Well,
The man
walk
sits
back.
in complete silence.
Jean just takes a quick drink as he stares at this silent man, waiting for someone else to speak up because he's too shy.
Ro hums to herself.
Quan comes back in and sits.
There we are.
Yeah, I'm just standing at the door. Like, I'm in the room, but I'm standing at the door, like a good security guy.
He silently gestures for you to sit.
I like standing.
Ro brushes off a seat with her hand and pats it, looking at Jean.
Oh, wait. Oh, I totally missed that there are seats.
Yes.
Oh, man, I just sat on the ground for no reason.
Quan did because he doesn't have a butt that works that way. You have no excuse.
Jean looks at his drink really quick and then shakes his head and then rushes over to the seat and sits down.
So, are you going to sit down?
Me? No. I'm standing by the door. security guy.
Jean pats a seat nearby to him and says, "You should really come and try. It's quite comfortable."
But I move opposite the door so I can watch the door.
Okay. Sitting in a circle around, and you're kind of sitting closer to the Johnson. And as you sit down, he says, "Greetings all. I am Mr. Johnson."
"Hello, I am Aborigine."
1 second. Can we just get the Dick Johnson joke out of the way? Just so we don't have to deal with everyone snickering.
Yeah, this is going to come up a lot, so...
It's
Please.
only Che. And, okay...
Che.
It really is only me, and I will stifle myself.
Bro, at your service.
Thank you all for coming. Let us get down to business. This run will be a short and easy courier job. I have a small package that needs to be delivered to a friend. The package must be delivered in strict confidence. I have every reason to believe that some people would very much like to not see the package arrive safely. Because of that, suitable precautions will need to be taken.
What sort of precautions?
Well, my friend, that is where you come in.
Ah.
Rand's a little curious about the package, but she really doesn't say anything.
The delivery will be in the UCAS, which, as you know, means crossing some borders to get there. I expect the package to arrive no later than 7 o'clock tonight.
She looks down at... Well, no, she doesn't have to look down. Ro looks at the timer on her glasses, I guess.
The meeting started around 4:30 p.m.
Okay. 3 hours across town?
Yep, about 2.5 hours.
Depends on traffic.
Compensation will be provided half now and half by the recipient. The total pay is 3,000 new yen for each of you. Is these terms acceptable?
Jean slowly nods.
Rand is super curious, but she kind of goes with it and nods.
Ro asks some questions. First she asks, are we expecting any sort of vehicular resistance?
The number of people who would be interested in the contents of this package are wide and varied.
Should we expect that people know that we're going to be coming? Or are we unknown of?
I believe they will be aware that you are carrying the package, yes.
How big is this package?
It is small.
And who's looking for it?
A wide number of particular, interesting, powerful groups.
Like?
He already said that.
Are we going to need to use any sort of jammer in case someone can remotely access it? Or is it fine?
The means that which you are able to smuggle them are your own. Just that they need to be delivered in confidence.
It works for me. A simple drive. Maybe a little excitement on the way.
Quan produces a smiley face.
I think we can do that.
And to you, Mr. Bones, was it?
Fine.
Very well. He produces a letter-sized manila envelope and hands it to Ro. The address is 4923 Billings Street, in the Montebello district of UCAS. You see on the envelope that it is marked CONFIDENTIAL in large red letters, and there is a seal on it, readily recognizable as a tamper-proof type.
Ah, so no peeking. Alright.
Are there any further questions?
No, sir.
No particular route you want us to take?
I believe that you can find your way around Denver, though I will mention that rush hour traffic should start momentarily.
Is there any way to identify the recipient in any way possible? And if they are not there to take the delivery, what should we do?
They will be there to take the delivery.
Well, that works for me. If they aren't, we'll be back to see you. If we can find you.
And who's taking the delivery?
We'll find out when we get there. That's a part of the fun.
There's several levels of confidential here, as you can imagine.
Well, I believe we've asked more than enough questions for what this sort of work is. Perhaps we should get going and begin the task.
Agreed.
Might as well beat traffic.
We're not going to beat traffic. We'll find a way, though. We'll find a way.
I shrug and lead the way outside.
My car's nav is pretty good. Ro exits, bowing to the man.
He bows in return and gestures you towards the door.
Gene gets up, and he's not really sure about the formalities of it, but he just bows anyways because he figures that Ro knows what she's doing.
She doesn't give a full bow. She gives a sort of a head nod bow.
Gene, he bows a bit more because if he thinks that it will help for some reason.
Ran is completely clueless and just walks out.
Yeah, you can't tell if, like, what his expression is because it's being covered by the large mask.
Quan stands up, rolls his front paws forward, and then rolls them back up and walks out.
So who's paying for drinks?
Not me.
And then they just dash out. Screw you!
Ro goes over to the counter.
Okay. The bartender says, "It's on the house."
Oh, that works.
We thank you.
That's why you stare down a bartender. God.
I don't think that would have caused anything, Bones.
Shh.
Thank you, man. Have a good day.
Gene raises a brow to her and says, "I'll remember this kindness," and then finishes his drink and sets it down.
Not a kindness they're paid for.
Gene doesn't really have anything to respond to that with and just walks out.
I feel you are not used to this type of activity.
It's fine. We'll be fine. Does anyone know how to drive?
Besides you.
I use my car's nav.
Gene tries to find Rose so he can talk to her in private about something.
Well, you're all heading in the same direction, so...
He tries to motion for her to come over to talk to him.
Ro hangs back a bit while they all go to the car.
He comes over and starts whispering, "So, I just feel we should bring up that letter we have to deliver. We should keep it away from the troll. He seems a bit off, and he's covered in spikes. He could accidentally open it doing anything."
Wait a second. I literally do have enhanced hearing, so do I hear that?
Roll perception, hearing.
As he may or may not be listening, Ro goes, "Rest assured, I'm holding onto the envelope. I do not think there's any reason we shouldn't keep it away from it. He's a fine young gentleman."
Should I roll with a bonus?
If you have a bonus for your hearing type.
Well, I do have hearing enhancement BioWare.
Then yeah, factor that in.
Okay, so skill test.
I will be holding on to the letter for now.
Alright, that's fine with me.
I think it is safest with me. She feels the letter. Is it just literally a manila envelope, or is it something more?
Yeah, it's a manila envelope. It seems to have some amount of weight to it, but not uneven.
Okay. Are we delivering a book?
If it's a book, it's very small.
Okay.
And it's letter-sized as well, so...
So a pocket Bible. Got it.
Sure.
Sorry.
So, since Bone somehow just rolled a 0, I'm in the clear.
Speaking of detection checks, before Quan actually steps within about 2 meters of the vehicle, he's going to scan it.
Scan the vehicle?
Mm-hmm. Make sure there hasn't been any surprises left for us while we were in there.
Oh, sure. Use your scanner then.
So no one finds this a little weird at all? No one? She kind of looks at the group. Anyone?
Finds what weird?
He just, hands us an envelope and doesn't tell us what's in it, and people want it.
That's the line of work. That's how it is. Gene doesn't understand what he's doing scanning the car. He just gets close so he can get a seat with a belt so he doesn't die in a crash.
And as a result of that, Quan gets a perfect image of your naked ass. Because he's using a terahertz scanner. Congratulations.
You don't detect anything out of the ordinary on the car.
But you do detect his ass.
That ass.
Sweet ass.
There does appear to be a fleshy anomaly.
Oh. Ro disables the anti-theft lock and inserts the nav back into her car.
Okay.
Or whatever it's called.
So this is completely normal for a runner?
Yeah, this is pretty much how it just works.
He'll get used to it.
Okay.
And apparently I have really high driving skill.
Who does?
Bones does. He has 5 kind of passive. He's not trained in it or anything, but...
If you need a really good driver, I could probably remote it. I am a pilot.
The hardest part of the run, who's driving?
I mean, I could.
I
Crow
call
hops in the
shotgun.
front seat and lets the dog take the side seat again. Dog continues to ride shotgun.
Oh yeah, I probably couldn't, considering the car.
Gene looks down because he called shotgun and no one listened and the dog got the seat he wanted.
Ren is once again moved to the back seat next to the troll, who's poking at her face.
Gene, though, was sure to get there early so he'd get a belt, at least.
Ro, if you are aware of a back route, I would suggest it. I do not fancy the possibility of running through customs and being asked about my chassis.
It shouldn't be any big deal.
So, which side is Ren on? Driver's side or passenger side?
Driver's side.
Okay.
This is not going to end well for her.
Gene looks at the robot dog and just says, well, it can't be that bad as long as it's not a bomb. And then he stops and starts sweating, looking at the robot dog.
Ren kind of shoots a glare at him. Are you fucking serious?
I am not a bomb.
So, yeah, you can take one of the interstates to get across there, but it will mean that you need to go through a couple of border crossings.
Gene gets a bit disgusted thinking about going so close to wildlife.
She figures the easiest way would be going on interstate, then getting through CAS.
Just a straight shot through?
Just straight shot through.
Yeah, so you're thinking PCC, CAS, UCAS, just get there.
Yes.
So who's driving?
The dog can remote in, right?
I can remote in if necessary.
Alright.
Do you explain that to me?
Well, as they're discussing the whole thing of driving, I do mention I can remote in, and as I am technically a pilot, I am well versed in driving various forms of drones and vehicles.
Works for me. And that's how the dog gets shotgun.
Yes. Alright, so. Okay, so you begin your driving. And the good news is that trying to cross the Pueblo Cas border during rush hour means that you can expect a more cursory inspection than at a quieter time. The bad news is that this means one extra look at your fake SIN and licenses than you were probably planning to go through today. It also means getting your working gear through a security scanner.
Oh, yeah. Can she get off on, a street?
And this is why I'm currently looking at what is involved in concealment.
I have a fake SIN with a rating of 5. I think I'm good.
I mean, all of my equipment is internal, but still.
But it's also you.
Yes, it is me.
Yeah, my fake SIN is 3, so I'm semi-okay.
Their scanners are likely to pick up merely the fact that I am a combat drone chassis, but not any of the weapons.
But they might also question why we're going around with a combat drone.
It's a heavily modified combat drone. It might be someone's weird pet.
It's the Face's job to explain that.
Isn't it more so that when something is heavily modified, that means it's more inclined to be illegal?
Or eccentric. I'm riding around in a hot red, expensive car.
Just so long as you don't expect Quan to try to explain himself, we all know how well that works.
Gene leans over to Quan and just says, just keep saying bark.
He's not really good with the bark yet. He's good at get ball, though.
He starts playing some sniffing sound effects with pitch bend.
Well, that's something at least.
If we didn't go on a highway, would we get there without the checkpoints?
Unfortunately, no, because there are, actual border walls around these parts.
I think I don't have anything illegal on me, so I'm good.
Can the dog jump over the border?
That would draw a little bit of attention, wouldn't it?
If it were necessary and you thought that there would be problems on the border patrol, he could actually turn invisible, get out, and climb over the wall.
Which almost seems like a decent idea.
It would be relatively difficult. He's not very well versed in climbing.
Catapult.
So everyone has a fake SIN, correct?
Yep.
Ren holds up her fake SIN and her licenses.
Gene taps his fake SIN in his shirt.
Bones?
Yeah, I've got one.
One technically has one, but won't actually pull it out unless it's requested.
Well, we're on a trip. This is my very expensive robot dog. And we're just going to go have a little bit of fun near the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge.
That's the story you're rehearsing it as you're driving?
Sure.
This is the weirdest camping trip I've ever been on.
It's more just to look at.
Okay, so it's about a 20-minute drive from Denham to get to the border.
Freaking traffic.
There's a 50-meter long stretch of no man's land, bordered by fences on either side. Security from respective nations patrolling regularly. The cast side uses a 10-meter tall chain-linked fence, or a concrete wall, depending on location.
Mm-hmm.
Ren kind of stares out the window and slowly starts falling asleep.
Topped with monowire. There are security guards and attack dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that's one of you.
There's a slow wait as you're driving up, and each car is getting checked.
I always hate this. It's so annoying.
And finally, you get up to the border guard.
Hi.
Quan switches tracks to panting sound effects.
He looks in the car and looks around at all of you.
Ren is still asleep.
I see your visas.
Gene nods and then slowly pulls out his SIM card to hand it over.
She hands hers.
Ren kind of groggily wakes up and hands hers. Should I give him my license too for my medical stuff?
Yes. And I hand him over mine.
Sure, just post the rating for your SIN in the chat, please.
Should I do it for medical licenses and stuff too, or no?
Just the SIN for now.
And this is where the scanners come in, and let's hope they don't have very good ones.
Let's hope they don't blow up our heads.
What about blowing up heads? Where are we again?
Well, he did say scanners.
He looks through your passports. He says, your reason for entering?
We decided to have a little party. Then we're gonna go down to the wildlife, whatever. Just look at it. You haven't been there in a while, so. My puppy, he wants to see it. Don't you want it, puppy?
Louder panting.
Do you have any fruits or vegetables? Do you have a license for that piece of machinery? I assume at that point you produce your SIN.
Yep.
Oh, so I'm pulling out an actual SIN at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the fake.
He's a little weirded out by it, but... Okay. Do you have anything to declare?
You're looking good? I mean, what do you want me to say?
Make an etiquette check.
Alright.
I don't have
He
to,
receives
right?
a smiley face.
It is right there. Okay.
This is the closest thing to etiquette he has.
Oh, only 4. Still pretty good.
Only?
Well, out of 9.
It's nearly half of them, dude.
I wanted half of
Yeah.
them.
It's a really good roll.
He seems to do like a little at your joke and goes back to checking the passports.
Ro continues to hum to herself. She's still
Wait,
sort of jamming in her car. With music in her head.
Who's this Thomas a Light?
Me, sir. She kind of bolts up.
He kind of looks in at you.
Hi.
Is this your first time in Denver?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the vehicle, miss.
R.I.P. She kind of looks over at everyone and gets out.
Go on.
And he takes her away off to the side and says, you guys wait here.
Can we see her?
No. Takes her inside one of the security shacks.
This is good.
Welp, we had a healer.
Jean looks at Ro and goes, "Why did she have an identity card with a male name on it?"
Tomisa is a girl's name.
It is a girl's name. I googled it like 500 times.
Yeah, but this is Jean.
Well, they're doing two things. Either she's in deep shit, or she's just getting a registration.
Which do you expect?
Jean goes over in his head whether to yell, "Gun it!"
So he begins pouring through all of the equipment that you brought with you.
She tries her best to stay cool. She's obviously a little nervous.
Says here you've got a medical license?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I also have my magic license, sir.
I'll need to check that.
She puts both of them down the table.
Okay.
Is there something wrong, sir?
Also, before they go, can Ro just say, like, Be careful with her. She's like skittish or something like that.
Oh, sure, but they're not going to listen.
Well, no.
So what's this for? He pulls out your forensic toolkit.
Oh, she didn't take that with her, did I?
Yeah, she
Oh,
said.
okay.
She specifically said she didn't.
Yeah, she didn't.
Yeah, what didn't you take with you?
I didn't take my toolkit. I didn't take my gas mask.
Okay. Was that it? Everything else was on you?
Yeah.
Wait, is it a bad thing that Gene brought his gas mask?
It's not illegal to have a gas mask.
It's weird. Well, not that weird, but...
He really, really dislikes bacteria.
Whatever you
We've
brought is
noticed.
considerably less illegal than what I have inside of the torso of this dog.
Gene is just getting himself ready to stand behind the troll.
You're in a car.
He'll jump out, get behind the car, duck, and get behind the troll. If something happens.
Ro just continues to jam to the music that's in her head.
Ren is possibly having the biggest fright in her life as her first night as a runner.
He puts all of your bags through a mad scanner and begins to ask you some more questions. Where's your permanent address?
It's in Edgewater, and then whatever the Edgewater address is.
She actually says that.
And you've just moved here?
Yes, sir.
You know, Ro, maybe you should go and help her.
That would be more weird. She's fine.
Well, do you think she can handle it on her own?
Probably not, but she's fine.
And where's your destination?
We're going to a party, and then after that we're going to go check out the forest area. And then she also produces a fake address.
Okay, roll etiquette.
I don't think I have an etiquette dice. What would that be?
Fuck.
It's a charisma-linked skill.
Oh wait, I do have etiquette.
Oh, goodness, thank you.
I completely...
Gina looks behind them to see if there's other cars in the line and if they're frustrated with the wait.
Oh, they are terribly frustrated. There's a long line of cars.
He shrugs.
Oh, I am slightly disappointed by the lack of mimetic skin.
You're what?
I cannot properly communicate to the people behind us that we are sorry for the wait.
Don't worry about it. This is an average commute.
Who cares about them anyways?
Well, you can care a little bit, but don't talk to them. That's almost rude.
I couldn't care even a little bit.
Eventually, Ren comes out of the security booth, escorted by a guard.
She flops herself in the car, closes the door, and kind of takes that big sigh of relief.
You all can move ahead now.
Thanks. Have a good night.
So, half an hour later, you manage to get through the security checkpoint.
How much time do we have left on the package?
About an hour and a half.
Oh my god, that was scary.
Nah, don't worry about it. The fun part is everyone comes to get it.
This is normal? Wait, I have to do this again?
Yeah, we need to go back, don't we? You live back there, don't you?
Yes.
And you might want to go home.
I probably want to go home.
But we can't do that now.
You guys need to get a car. Just saying.
Saying I can't afford a car?
I'm saying none y'all can afford a car.
Flick him in the back of the head really fucking hard.
You flick Aborigine in the back of the head, not Ro.
Gene starts rubbing the back of his head because it actually hurts.
So, after making your way into Cass, you decide that the best bet is a beeline to the UCAS border. But somehow you've managed to hit another traffic snarl. Impatiently glancing at the clock, you grab your comlink and start checking the grid map for a less congested route to the border.
Oh my god, it's always like this.
Gene turns to Ren and says, "Are you okay?"
They asked me so many questions.
Yeah, they do that. But hold on, I'm trying to find a better route.
It's a standard security checkpoint.
That's when you notice a jet black night sky slide in behind you. The doors open and four obviously Asian men in très chic suits pile out of the back.
Is the top down? No, wait, is the top down on our car? Serious question.
The top is down on your car so that you can fit in.
Okay, so I'm assuming I see this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm standing up and looking dead at them.
The four begin walking directly towards your vehicle. As they approach, you suddenly notice the door of a Mexican restaurant across the street open. Another four Asians, a human woman, an orc woman, a male troll, and a human male sporting a long goatee, also begin walking directly towards you.
Jean starts to admire the goatee.
Ren is now even more pale.
Wait, didn't I dump Jean on the floor when I stood up?
No, this time I sat next to you.
Oh my, oh my.
So, gangs and underworld checks?
Sure.
Yeah, like, is this just a skill test again?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Can I look to see if they have any Latin letters on them?
Sure, roll perception.
What the shit?
Yeah, I think you just got hit by the dice fairy.
I've literally rolled 4 ones in a row.
It's not that you're rolling ones, that's one success.
It's still, like, 1 success. Jesus.
1 success on those pools is about average.
I probably should remind you at this point that you do have edge if you want to use it for these knowledge rolls.
Did I get anything from my perception?
Yes, actually. You don't notice any Latin letters on any of them, but you do notice that they seem to be focusing as much on each other as they are on you.
Sounds like 2 separate gangs.
Yes, they are.
Did my gang check actually turn up anything at all?
You're not entirely sure, but you think one of the groups is Japanese and the other is Chinese.
Actually, do they have symbols on them that are in Japanese and Chinese?
You can roll perception vision if you wish. Aborigine didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Jean just tries to quietly comment to everyone, I think they're from different groups.
Yeah, no shit, and I flick him in the back of the head again.
Jean's glasses fall off when he picks them up.
Do keep in mind that he has a reasonable fluency in Japanese, so he'd be able to tell the difference.
Please stop flicking him. I can't fix brain damage.
Oh man, I can't mad scanner him at this range.
If they're within 15 meters, I can hit them with the terahertz.
Just keep your head low, you guys.
So, Quan Lou, using his sophisticated sensors, notices that the group from the limo behind you do not have any open symbolism representing who they are, but the leader of the group, who's very quickly approaching you, appears to have 2 sliver guns positioned in shoulder holsters, and he is making no attempts to conceal them.
Guys, we should probably go.
The troll from the other group, however, you notice Wu-Zing symbolism embroidered on his coat.
Ooh, they have a troll. I have a friend to play with.
Quan Lou relays all of this through text because it's faster than talking.
Wait, the Japanese? Oh, can we go now?
By the way, guys, none of them have anything Latin on them.
Shut up, Jean!
Hey, do you have a problem with the Japanese? She looks at Ren.
Bit of a story. Let's just get out of here.
Within seconds, the 2 groups are upon you.
Jean slowly starts ducking into the seat.
Are we currently in a traffic jam, or...
Yes.
Then we might not have a choice than to go in hot.
The leader of the group from the limo bumps shoulders with the troll. They glare at each other, and then focus back on you.
Guys, while I'm standing here, we have a car. Hit brakes, go fast.
The brakes don't make you go fast.
There are cars in front of and behind us.
Cargo beep fast. Make it go fast.
This vehicle cannot fly.
No, I'm just going to step out of the car, quite literally.
Just stepping over the roof of the car.
Well, no, the top's down. I can step out.
Yes, exactly, because it's open.
The troll of the second group is the first one to speak, and he says, "We know you're carrying a package."
In a damn package.
And she just goes, okay.
Would like that.
Which one of you would like that?
And the troll glances over at the man standing next to him and back at you.
I'm sure the man next to you would like it as well.
He respectfully bows towards you.
Ro gives a nod. So who's it gonna be?
The man speaks to you. Ro-sama,
Mm-hmm.
you know not what you are getting into.
Is it really that bad?
We have something called judge intentions, right?
You do.
Am I able to use that?
If you want to judge their intent. Like, I think they're making their intent quite clear to you.
Gene's a bit slow. He kind of needs some help.
Ren kind of peeks out a little bit.
Oh.
What?
That's a glitch.
Oh, that's a success and a glitch. Oh my.
Glitch success.
Just put down, just say Moshi Moshi.
You're pretty sure that these people want to kill you.
And then you have a stroke.
No, that's Ren right now.
I think glitch is his normal state of being at this stage.
Yeah, right?
Well, wouldn't it just mean that I totally judged them wrong?
No, you were successful.
Yeah, you might have been successful, but there was a glitch involved.
Yeah.
I get to be coy.
Well, what he got is somewhat close to what someone would expect. Maybe a little extreme.
Gene just whispers, I think they want to kill us.
Maybe not you, guys.
Yell back at Gene, no shit!
Oh dear. She asks to the Japanese men in Japanese, is it really that bad?
Quan is just watching at this stage.
Secret DM chat.
Should I talk back in secret DM chat?
If you want to.
Okay, I'll do that.
For those of you who do not know Japanese, which I think is most of you.
I may have to pop into there, wherever it is.
Maybe I should try speaking Latin to them.
Who's that?
Quan Lou is actually a Japanese-made construct. So as a result of that, he does have Japanese, and maybe one of only 2 people in the group who does, to any extent.
Ren, it just slowly sink further and further down.
She's pretty much doing what Gene's doing then.
I think I'm gonna murder Gene at some point.
They might let you go, but...
You're already behind the troll. I mean, I'm standing at the rear of the car.
Ren slowly gets a flashbang grenade out of her bag just in case.
Also, I'm assuming I don't know Quan knows Japanese.
Okay.
Oh god, they're rolling dice.
So, subtitles speaking Japanese.
That's exactly what's going on right now.
Gene starts preparing to just say random dishes from restaurants he's been to, but then he realizes they were all Chinese restaurants.
Well, half of them are Chinese. You're racist.
Oh, CompuFreak, why do you put me in these situations?
The troll of the group is getting agitated that there seems to be a discussion that does not involve him. He says, how about this then? 3,500 new yen for the package. We walk away.
Each or total?
Total.
Gene's a coward, but even he is a bit displeased with that number.
Do you want to try to negotiate it?
Quan lacks the appropriate anatomy to express his utter disdain for this offer.
I don't think Gene can even default on a negotiation.
Ren, just as long as the Japanese folks don't see her face, she's kind of happy.
You can default as long as your die pool is not 0.
It's 1.
Is that 1 charisma, or is it 2 charisma and you're subtracting 1?
2 charisma, and then it says default 1.
Ro says something in Japanese, and then she says, and what's your offer to the Japanese people?
The Japanese man visibly just kind of frowns at you.
Ro laughs in spite of herself.
We'll match their offer and add our original arrangement.
Oh.
This is tough.
No, I just picked up on it.
I'm not sure you did.
Original arrangement?
I'm really thinking you didn't, but Gene probably thinks what you think.
Well, if you guys had an arrangement in Japanese, I didn't pick up on it. Also, Gene thinks he totally pieced it together.
Are they gone yet?
No.
I don't think so.
Quan is,
I feel like at this point, Jean is like underneath the seats.
Quan is very attentive of the whole discussion between Ro and the Japanese gentleman at this point.
Oh, don't worry. Jean has a friend underneath the seats, too. They're probably fighting for space.
Out of character, I have no idea what to do here. Because this is not something I expected to happen. I really should have.
Would you like to invoke your common sense?
Yes.
You've got a job to do.
And it pays better than what they're offering.
The job does pay better than what they are currently offering. Is the job worth your life?
More than just my life, in my case.
Combat-wise, we pretty much just have Bones and then Quan, right?
What's up?
Like, for our, like, combat people, Quan and Bones are really the only ones, right? Or does Ro have some?
They are combat experts, yes.
I technically can mind control people, I just can't do it as long as no one dies.
It's also kind of necessary for you to not get shot.
But at the same time, Ren is not exactly all mentally together right now.
Do you want to roll composure?
How do I roll for that? I don't think I have actually a composure roll.
It's on your sheet.
Let's see, that's 4.
Yep.
Quan's leaving it up to Ro to decide what to do here. Half of his living expenses for the month just got paid, so...
Well, we've also got to consider if our employer is going to want to get back at us for betraying him.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen.
And that's my primary worry at this point, because we're going to get on someone's bad side no matter what.
We are.
But Johnson is generally a scarier thing to get on the bad side of than some temporary problem with individuals.
Especially since then we're going to be known for not being loyal.
Yeah, that's my issue. Except I have something else right on the line that no one knows about.
Well,
besides you.
Although he doesn't really know how to interpret it.
I love this, oh my god!
I really should have asked about this. I really should have. I don't know why I didn't. I don't think it would have helped, but... Oh, dear.
You can ask your teammates for ideas.
What's up, guys? What do you think?
Don't let them see me!
I only know half the fucking deal. What do you mean, the fuck do I think?
Puppy? She looks at Quan.
He just gives you a face that looks like what would happen if I typed a colon and a pipe character one after the other.
So wait, is the one guy the person we were supposed to originally deliver it to?
No.
So what's the other half of the damn deal? Pipe up, come on.
Yeah, what is the other half of the deal? The troll asks.
Oh, that's not good.
He turns directly to Ro and turns to a frowny face.
There's something I want to do, but I don't know if I should do it. Oh, but it's so in Ro's character.
So you're gonna sell out Jean?
I'm gonna PM you something real quick. Comp you.
Do it.
Oh god, you're gonna kill me, aren't you, you son of a bitch?
I'm actually kind of interested to know how armored the car is, although I might have been able to gauge that by driving it. By, hitting it with a terahertz scanner.
Come on.
Oh no.
Can I how do I fix that with my edges?
Or
can I?
You can spend a point of edge to do a multitude of different things.
Will it allow him to explode that 6 in addition to an extra die?
No. Edge used after a roll does not let you explode previously rolled dice.
No.
Aww.
But it would let me add a die onto that.
Well, here's what you can do, as I am looking it up.
You'll want to hear all the options, because adding a die is probably... Wait, it's not a die, it's however many you have an edge, isn't it?
Yeah. Where's Edge?
Here's what you can do.
Yeah.
You can declare the use of edge to roll 2 extra die. Those die can explode. You can spend a point of edge to re-roll all of the die that did not score a hit.
Does that glitch stick if I do that?
No. They would be like... It's like re-rolling those die. They do not get to explode if you do that.
If I roll the 2 other die and they are not ones, does that make that not a glitch anymore? Because I do not want a glitch here.
It would be more than half the... Well, yeah, it would be more than half the die that you rolled for that check.
And how does explosion? On a 6, it what? Does
On
it
a
again?
6, you roll again. So your choice is either add 2 exploding dice or re-roll the 5 dice that did not have a hit.
I think the better odds are with the 5 dice.
Okay, then tick off a point of edge in your character sheet and roll.
Better? No more fuck up, but
Yep,
still
2 successes there. Okay. And this was a knowledge check, so okay.
Wait, 5 dice? How much edge do you have?
I have a lot of knowledge.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm at 1 out of 2 now.
2 successes.
Yes, I'm at 1 out of 2 edge.
Yes.
Red kind of looks up at Ro, and she, stares her directly in the eyes, and she says, "Is it for me?"
Tense negotiation continues.
Oh, right, because...
Oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it. How many Yakuza are there?
There are 4 people from the Yakuza and 4 from the other group.
Fucking knew it! Fucking Yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do this, but this is going to backfire on me. Either way, I'm screwed. But for Ro, it's much better for her to get least screwed, even if it screws over other people a little bit more.
From underneath the seat, Gene looks up at Ro and tries to give her a face like he's going to support her, even though underneath the seat his legs and arms are shaking.
Red kind of calms down a bit and kind of sits up. You didn't answer my question, Ro.
No, I didn't.
I haven't stopped my attempted staring match with, I think, 10 people.
Yeah, the people who are not directly involved in the negotiations are all staring at you over everyone else. Because you're the one who's out of the car. Nobody's drawn any weapons yet, they're just... You can tell they're ready to fight at whatever order is given.
I'll be back in 2.
She just keeps on staring at Ro. Ro, please be honest. Did they ask for me?
This is so in character for Ro. Okay. She looks over at the Chinese. I'm just gonna fucking do it. I don't give a shit. I'll roll a new character if I need to. She looks over at the Chinese, and she says, "The deal is if you kill all of the Yakuza." And then is Mr. Talking to Me is his face armor?
No, nobody's wearing any facial armor.
I shoot him in the fucking face.
Oh, snap. Okay,
If they're dead, they can't tell.
In that case, I suppose you should roll a quick draw followed by shooting.
What's quick draw? Let's see.
Can you quick draw a shotgun?
I think I can, because it's sawed off. I did it last time.
That's for pistol-sized weapons. Suppose the sawed-off counts?
I mean, that's the reason I kind of made it a sawed off.
Okay, then it is a go with long arms plus reaction test.
I'm back. You haven't blown anything up yet, have you?
He's just about to.
Oh dear, what's going on?
So, Rose trying to shoot a guy shoot the troll in the face, was it?
No, I'm shooting the Yakuza in the face.
Oh yeah, the Yakuza, and told them that the deal is if they kill the Yakuza, they get the package.
Also, we all have the cyberlink where I can talk to everybody in party in sort of whisper, right? So no one else can hear us?
Subvocal mics?
Yes, that. Because I have that, I think. I tell everyone, JK, we're killing everybody.
Okay. So, should we pull initiative, or should we wait until this surprise finishes?
We're gonna finish the surprise, then we'll do initiative.
Which case, 2 successes. 1 or 2 successes.
That's not enough to quick draw.
How much is it to quick draw?
3.
Ah, fuck.
Well, I guess you just drew it.
Bye, Ro. You can always spend your edge.
Spend all my edge in the first couple rounds. Oh, but I really want this to work.
You added an extra die, he forgot.
Oh, come on!
Welp, that's the way the dice roll.
Fuck. Okay.
Don't worry, Gene will save you.
Oh wait, no. I should have added the 2 exploding. No, I guess it still would have been better.
So you fumble with your gun after you shout that out loud, but everyone does see that you are drawing a weapon.
Okay.
Time for initiative.
This is so bad. Oh, but it's so Ro.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, there's all my 6s.
Hey, I rolled more than a 1.
I got a 1.
Grats.
What? No, you need to do it 66 greater than 5.
Oh, I asked that, didn't I? Okay.
So you got a 9 there. It's always greater than 5s. You never add together the dice.
Ren kind of yells, "What the fuck, Ro? Why did you think that was a good idea?"
This is the best idea. They're gonna kill each other. Oh god, this was such a mistake. I love it. She tells Quan, don't let any of the Japanese escape.
Did Ro ever answer Ren's question?
No, she didn't.
Huh, that's interesting.
There we go. Okay.
So, if we're on that side of the car, then we're in England.
It's a fancy foreign car.
Oh, and I have 2 initiative passes now, so enjoy that, folks.
Oh, goodness.
Oh god, I am going to wreck shit if this is the setup.
So, we've gone from having one person who has extra initiative passes to having 2 combat monsters that have extra initiative passes. Only the fact that you decided not to use firearms is hurting you at this point.
Oh no, it's not hurting me. I am going to destroy so many people.
Ready to roll?
Ready
Ready
as
to
ever.
rock and roll.
Then Quan Lou, you are up.
Okay. So, do I have direct line of sight to that guy? Can I just fire on him?
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
I just lean back.
Yeah.
Seriously, Ro, why do you think this is a good idea?
Afterwards, we'll talk about it.
Also, if I'm here, does that count as being within 1 meter of him?
You're on my lap.
Yeah, that would be rather awkward
Hmm.
for all of you.
There's the hood of the car.
Yeah, you could go up on the hood.
But yeah, it's up to you if this is allowable. If it is, then yeah, I'm shooting him at point blank at that point. Otherwise, I'm just shooting from where I was.
Just jump up on the hood. You could get, like, right there and then fucking shoot him in the face.
I'm not sure about getting out of the car right now because there's a lot of dudes, so I'd rather reduce the number of dudes first. First simple action. The light machine gun is now in his mouth. Second simple action. It is being fired directly at the apparent leader. This is a long burst, so it's 6 bullets flying at him.
Okay.
And judging from his speed, I'm going to assume he's relatively dodgy, so this is going to be a wide burst, reducing his ability to dodge it.
Sure thing.
Of course, unless he decides to take full defense, he's not going to have many dice to work with either. By the way, -1 AP, 6 physical.
Right, that was a wide burst, so minus what?
-5, I believe.
Oh!
Oh.
So that would be 8 physical and -1 to his armor.
Yeah.
If he has armor.
Yeah.
Okay, so he just took 7 physical. Did he get knocked down?
Yes.
No. But he did get riddled with a lot of bullets.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
That's all I've got.
Okay.
And then CompuFreak disconnected.